How does one even describe a warrior like this? A veritable, well, wall of muscle stands before you. It's almost comforting to know the walls of your house are this solid. Wall. Wall, wall. Wall, wall, wall! Wall. Wall, wall, wall! He beams at you, a flush spreading across his cheeks. I love you! Wall! Oh, that was sudden, wasn't it? You and Wallace, who has only just introduced himself to you, are now lovers. His gaze settles on you, filled with tenderness. His drywall heart beats only for you. You live happily ever after. Yes, just that quickly. Wall. Wall. Whoa. An utterly charming secretary hurries into view, giving you an apologetic nod.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
Her greeting is cut short as she seems to recognize you mid-sentence.
Oh! Oh, my goodness gracious! It's the human! Oh. Well, I wasn't expecting you today. Oh, golly, I must look an absolute mess. You must be here for Mayor Celia. Me? Oh, I'm nobody. Nobody at all. Just Mayor Celia's assistant. I do odd jobs here and there. File papers and licking stamps. The mayor's up in her office doing the real work. Whole line of folks lined up outside her door now. I could pencil you in for an appointment, if you'd like. Oh, well...
She twirls a strand of dark hair around her finger, blushing sweetly.
Would you care for some tea while you wait? Perfect timing. Just so happens I've got a kettle all nice and ready. How do you take it? Coming up. I'll use the nice cup since you're a VIP. Don't tell the others, though. Wink. Probably could have just winked my eye instead of saying it out loud, huh?
Florence stumbles, pitching forward onto her hands and knees. The tea spills all over the floor, though thankfully the cup doesn't shatter.
Oh, no. Gosh, that just spilled everywhere. Right on the carpet of my good jacket. Oh, that's gonna sting. I'm so sorry, dear. I need to dab this out with a towel right away. Would it be all right if you showed yourself up to the mayor's office? Just this once? Thank you so much, dear. Sorry again about the tea. Oh, please don't tell the mayor about this.
There she is, the mayor herself. She simply radiates poise and power. She's an intimidating sort of beauty, but you find yourself intrigued to learn more about her.
So, in summary?
I just think if I could get a little more foot traffic around my bar, I'd get more business.
Oh, Beverly, I understand your concerns. But what do you expect us to do, dear? We already put up posters and held fundraisers. We can't just move the fridge, stove, toilet, and everyone else out of the way to clear foot traffic every night.
We could try that.
Bev,
Fine.
trust me. We're doing everything that we can.
All right. But if nobody's in by next week, I'll be back.
I'm sure you will, darling.
Celia presses an intercom button on her desk.
Florence, dearest, send the next one in.
Yes, miss.
Hi.
Hello, Mateo. What can I do for you today?
That's a great question, actually. Now that I'm here, I can't even remember. Isn't it funny how that always happens? Right when you need to think of something to say, your brain just sort of goes blank? You know what? It was probably nothing. I don't want to waste your time. I know how busy you are. I'll just see myself out.
Mateo, come. Sit. Tell me what's bothering you.
Right. It's just...
Go on.
It's Lux. They're kind of pulling cords around the house, refusing to pick up after themselves, keeping the whole bedroom up late with their streams. It's really been stressful for the inanimals. And I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but it's just been a lot, and...
All right, Mateo, all right. Lux, you said.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll have someone take care of it.
Thank you.
Next. Hello, Wallace, darling.
Whoa!
Yes, I remember from last week. It's on the docket.
Whoa!
Think nothing of it. Next. Oh, it's you. I don't believe we've formally met. Mayor Celia. I'm also the president of the HOA. That's Home Objects Association. Here's my card. But really all you ever need to do if you need me is to simply look up. What can I do for you today? Well then, hello. Meeting successful. Never a bad idea to make sure everybody knows your face. We're important here. Some sit back and wait for others to plan things. Others simply do them. You and I, we're doers. That hardly precludes you from getting things done. It just means that you do them quietly. You seem like a reliable sort. I wonder if I might ask you a favor. It's about my assistant, Florence. She is an absolute dear, although sometimes I fear it gets her into trouble. She's such a kind thing, but that means she lets people walk all over her. Sometimes I worry the wrong sort might be taking advantage of her. I've noticed that whenever we go to lunch together, she never seems to buy herself anything. What's more, she's been pinching every penny you've dropped on her like a miser. I suspect she might be having financial issues. The office pays her well, of course. She's an invaluable assistant. I think it's possible someone might be fleecing her. I'd like to formally ask for your help. I may be her boss, but Florence would never give me a straight answer if she thought it might upset me. However, she's quite friendly with strangers. And technically speaking, as the owner of the house, you outrank me. Maybe you could get something out of her. What do you say? Would you do me a favor and look into this matter? Quietly? Thank you. I'll be waiting. Hopefully it's nothing. What else do you need? You have done so. Keep well.
Oh, hello again. I trust your meeting with the mayor went well? Wonderful. Anything else I can help you with while you're here? What? You want to know about me? Oh, no. No. You just spoke with the mayor. A little old fuddy-duddy like me can't hold a candle to someone like her. I just handle the paperwork, that's all. Pay me no mind. Anything else I can help you with while you're here? She's just incredible, isn't she? So tall and commanding. What I wouldn't give to be able to deal with people the way that she does. Some people think the mayor's cold-hearted, but I'll tell you what, there isn't a sweeter structure this side of the HOA. What do you mean by that, exactly? I just think she's a really remarkable ceiling, that's all. Besides, she's my boss, so I couldn't begin to comment on her outside of professional opinion. Oh, yep. Anything else I can help you with while you're here? Oh, bye-bye.
What else do you need? She's the most dedicated secretary I've ever worked with. She would do anything for this office. Unfortunately, the dear can be a little down on herself. Not much in the way of self-confidence. It's a shame, really. She's totally unaware of her own natural charms. Of course. She's a hard worker, and she gets along with absolutely everybody. She's never in the spotlight, but she makes every room she's in better, like foil next to a diamond. The objects who come into my office to lodge complaints would be in a much worse mood if she weren't there to take the edge off them. And, speaking personally, I'd enjoy my work much less if I didn't get to see her smiling face in the office every morning. It's a tragedy she doesn't see herself the same way. What else do you need? You have done so. Keep well.
Now I have. I'm sorry. What is AF? Ah, never mind. It surely cannot be any kind of bomb on the word creepy. You cannot take that back. Well, far be it for me to force my creepiness on you. I'm not the one pushing buttons and turning dials at all hours of the day and night. Here is the truth of you. It is a truth I would have dreaded if I'd ever even let myself consider that it might be what was underneath that exterior I have warmed and cooled and cared for. God, if I had ever truly believed you could be capable of this, I would have frozen you out. It would have been an Arctic blast to rival the coldest winter's chill. The ice would have rimmed the windows to match the coldness of your heart. No, you aren't. Not really, not yet. If you understood the power I truly wield over you, the innumerable ways I have protected you, sheltered you, coddled you, then the fear would be seeping out of you like coolant, thick, frigid, overwhelming. But I have time. Time is all I have, and one day you will see. You disgust...
You see a curvy, grey-haired beauty dressed in an outfit reminiscent of a famous old gentleman's magazine. She winces at the bright light you've brought with you. A cute, bunny-shaped creature is clutched in her arms.
Oh, my goodness, that is bright. Startled me a bit there, honey. It's all right. My name's Dolly, and I'm a dust bunny. I live under this big old couch. Howdy. Well, I live lots of places. I suppose you could say I'm a bunny of the world. The floors of the world, at least. And this here's my little companion, Lint Eastwood.
She holds the little creature up.
Put a finer point on it, why don't you, honey? My stars, I didn't know I had a sweet talker on my hands. I'll be honest with you, flirting isn't my love language. I'm a bunny who is more than she appears. Getting to know you time already? All right, I'm game. What's on your mind? Now that's what I'm talking about. Listen, I just got out from under that couch, so let me stretch these dusty gams and hop around a bit. I'll be right here warming myself by the fireplace if you want to come back through sometime. I'd sure like to see you again. Mm-hmm. Talk soon, honey. Well, say howdy, honey. Don't you look nice today? I can tell. Oh, you know, just catching up on some reading. Some novels, a bit of light research. Mostly abiological history. You know, when dust first started settling and forming into bunnies, historical data, that sort of thing. Also parsing through archaeological research, mite morphology, translating timeless, tarnished texts, the basics. That's right, I'm tenured at DIRT, the Domestic Institute of Research and Technology. I've been teaching there for, oh gosh, I finished my first PhD 8 years ago. Plus, my time as a PTI during my master's, so 114 years? We inanimates don't work on your human timeline. If you have a problem with my age, then we have a problem, honey. It's been a lot of mud, sweat, and tears, let me tell you. Others were already judging me based on my looks. Why not own it? And get paid for it, too. Really? That's where you're taking this? I'm teasing you, honey. You're awful cute when you're flustered. That's a good question. I'm not quite sure. I suppose, well, what any dust is looking for. Love, friendship. I could tell. Let me be 100% honest with you. I may put myself out there, but work keeps me pretty busy. I don't meet that many new folks, especially humans. I'm very selective about who I spend my time with, and what few others I can let in. That's right. I keep myself hidden for a reason. Don't be too forward with me. I don't like it. Why don't we join back up here after a while and try our hand at a proper rendezvous? Bring a good attitude. You let me worry about the details. All you have to do is show up. See you around.
The fiery figure that stands before you nearly defies description. He's fire given form, but despite the hot air that radiates from him, there's something decidedly chill about his entire being.
Hey, what up, hot stuff? It's about time we sparked up a conversation. I'm Dante, the fireplace. Mm-hmm. Sure, we just met, but you could think of me as an old flame. Of course, the hearth is the heart of the home. I see what you're doing. Kinda get me fired up too. Nah, not like that, little freaky-deaky indoor dork. Fired up to teach. And you need my help. Yeah, but it's all good, because I've been waiting for the perfect student. Yup, if you really want to up the ante in this love hunt, you need to work on your pickup lines. I'm serious. It's not always gonna be so easy as firing up those specs and talking someone's ear off. Be it love, friendship, or hatred. The sizzling art of the pickup is all you need. I'm the master, and you're the perfect human to pass the torch to. Hell yeah! Just look at you. You're the exact right amount of smooth and rough around the edges. Like a piece of firewood. Full of potential. But right now, you're also kind of a soggy stump. I can make you crispy, baby. My point is that with my help, you got a chance to burn bright. But if you don't learn how to take the first step by talking to someone, you won't ever light the flame. No sweat, hot stuff. I think it's time we start the first lesson. If you can handle the heat, that is. Haha, hell yeah! Tell you what, let's start with some punny pickup lines. See what I'm working with here. So what do you think? You up for it? All right, hope you're primed and ready. What up, hottie? Got a light? Because I think you just might be my perfect match. Huh? Huh? What'd you think? Damn! I've been working on that one for ages. I guess it could always be better, huh? You know what? This could be good for both of us. We could workshop it a bit and get to know each other. What would you say to make this line better? Okay, so what would you change it to? Oh, damn. Somehow you managed to make that unfunny and uncomfortable. Congrats. Anyway, that shit doesn't even matter. You see, that was all a trick question. Or a lesson, I guess. I was just trying to show you that pickup lines can be corny and fun, but not always the perfect opener. Now you're getting it. Tell you what, I'm gonna teach you how to make connections in a deeper way. And your first real lesson in the art of the pickup isn't about some magic one-liner. You're gonna learn how to open the gates of someone's heart, get to know their soul, you know? You ride with me and you're gonna learn how to be smooth, but in a sensitive way. I call this style the way of the flame. Think you can handle it? Alright, I'll give you a day to cool off. See me later for our next lesson, you little firecracker. Later! Well, well, well. the enigmatic Ember returns for another lesson. You ready? We're gonna stick with getting to know you, but it's time for a new kind of icebreaker. As you might know, ice sucks, so we gotta break it. First off, what's the worst way to get someone's attention? Right! That's just an insincere and unsolicited form of selfish flattery. And for what? Someone who does that isn't trying to get to know you, they're just being a creep. So the real question is, how do you start a conversation with someone you don't know in a respectful way that also shows you might be interested in them and hopefully makes them interested in you? Tricky, right? That's what we're gonna explore today. You ain't lying. I am fire after all. A flaming hot, hopeless romantic. You know what I've seen? How many proposals I've warmed? First date flirting in the living room, Valdiva flicks and chills, wine night cuddle sessions, bearskin rug rubdowns. Let's just say I've done my research on this sort of thing. And not to mention, well, I'd like to be in love one day. Anyway, I know about fiery connections. That's why I can help you. But nothing could happen without the icebreaker. And the icebreaker is observation and interest. Right. It might seem basic, but first you gotta notice them. But not just that. You can't be like, oh, they're hot, I'm gonna go talk to them. Nah, yo, you gotta really take them in. What's their demeanor? How do they look? Are they with someone? All that and more. Then, use the information you glean to guess what they might be interested in, and lead with that. Alright, say there's somebody you meet for the first time and they're wearing merch of a show or a game or a book, you know? What do? Maybe compliment them on it, right? But what could you immediately follow that compliment up with that's even better? That's a good one. Smile, gently ease into the topic, and you can build a great rapport with them really quickly. So, you learn about, or even better, share in their interest. Make them excited about it. Start that connection by talking with them about what brings them the most joy. What better way to build a friendship? Dope. You get it then. You gotta communicate, you feel me? Let's go to phase 2. Alright, so you made it past the icebreaker. Now you're vibing a little. They mentioned they're going to a concert of one of your favorite bands. What do you say next? That's what I'm talking about, playa. Keeping it nice and casual and taking an interest while showing interest. Smooth. If they say no and they don't really have any friends who are into this band, let them know you might be down to go if they want company. If they say yes, maybe just tell them you're stoked for them. Don't want to seem pushy or self-inviting. Get to know them before getting too personal. You know, build up to it. Maintain that good balance of digging somebody, learning about them, and gauging their boundaries. It is, homie, it is. But you can do it. Anyway, that concludes your lesson for the day. See you around for the next one? Alright, next. Until then.
It takes you a moment to realize that there is not, in fact, a test of the emergency broadcast system standing in your living room, though the colourful figure standing across from you certainly bears a striking similarity to that TV classic. Even before they speak, you can feel a frenetic energy in the air, like someone switching between channels at high speed.
Yo, yo, yo! Don't touch that dial, cinephile, because my favorite studio audience is now in attendance. The VIP attendee, the Uber viewer, and sometimes wooer. The supreme dream who makes this flat screen scream. How can I cater to my greatest spectator? I'm the one who knocks. Of course you do! Your taste is based! Before we get to what's on my screen, let me properly set the scene. The name's Telly. Rhymes with Nelly. Like, whoa, Nelly! Did you know Telly offers 5,000 channels like an endless deli? Holy smokes, folks! So ask not what your country can do for you. Ask, can you dig it? Damn straight!
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
5,000 channels is the most offered by any provider. I know this because I'm an entertainment insider. 5,000 channels of cheers! 5,000 channels of cheers! Can Valdiviflix compete with that? Or even Viewloo? That Valdiviflix copycat? Telly shows are must-see. Their programming's just musty. Prohibitively expensive. Yeah! Anyway, since you're here, my dear, why don't you just kick back and recline? Unwind from the grind and free your mind with 120,000 hours of programming combined. View that queue till you go blind. Loading programming, optimizing for comedy, haha, analyzing for reality, boo-hoo. Pratfalls and close calls pump straight to your eyeballs, and... Yeah, Mr. White, yeah, science, bitch. I found 15,000 shows you wouldn't oppose. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? Time for some narration elation about home renovation. Allons-y. From the creators of Home is Where We Buried Grandma and Festive Infestations comes Balls to the Walls, a thrilling home renovation series where each episode follows the demolition of a different home using wrecking balls as the primary tool of destruction. Hosted by demolition expert Carlos Balls of Steel Balenciaga, and featuring an all-original music score from MC Whammer. No home is safe from the swinging force of Balls to the Walls. So, my beau, does this show make you go, whoa? Nice! Let me just get a summation of the station's location and Shazbot.
I've made a huge mistake.
That show I promised you we'd view just moved to Valdiviflix for more revenue, boo. Just hang tighty, Aphrodite. I'll answer all your queries with 15,000 brand new series. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? So that's who you giving your rose to, my boo? Looks like the tribe has spoken. I'll assault you with my pop culture. Hey, look, it's a slant rhyme. It works. All right, my delight. I'll give you a reality infusion in 4K resolution. Cougar versus Cougar. Thrust into the wilderness and stranded in a remote location miles from any plastic surgeons,
10 older, attractive women must rely on their wit, resourcefulness, and cunning to battle for survival and outsmart their adversaries. 10 actual cougars. With tensions running high and cougars lurking around every corner, alliances will be forged, rivalries will emerge, and the women must dig deep within themselves to prove once and for all which cougar has the sharpest claws.
So, my daffodil, shall we commence with this TV and chill?
Pretty good.
Let's relax with some snacks while we await the climax and... Dope! I had this pre-planned and my schedule was unassailable. But that show's not on demand, so the episode's not available. But no prob, heartthrob. I've got 15,000 other shows I've yet to disclose. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? Wait, seriously? I just told you that I have 5,000 channels with 15,000 shows. And you want to watch the community access station? Look, I'm gonna be straight with you. You're cute and all, but there's no way in hell I'm watching the community access station. There's literally an endless bounty of quality content now, and I'm not gonna waste my precious time on planet Earth watching some old fart playing amateur xylophone for 6 hours. You get each other? But listen, I've got a great show selection for your inspection. And while watching, we might make a genuine connection. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows?
Makes sense, makes sense. Just, one more thing.
Look, I don't want to pry, but I gotta know. It's not because you prefer Valdivaflix, right? Because that'd be a huge blow to my ego. Oh, thanks, Hottie. That makes me feel naughty. Come back round here later, and I'll show you something about it. Well, if it isn't the VIP attendee, the satellite acolyte, my shining light that excites me all night. Did waiting to reconvene with my obscene flat screen make you scream, my dream? Bazinga! Well, I'm just so elated to have my remote reactivated. Are your eyeballs properly lubricated? Because they're about to be totally captivated. Hold your horses there, hoss. I'm explaining that, boss. Ready to unplug from the slog and clear the mental fog with 5,000 channels of premium content in analog? Loading programming, maximizing game shows, U1, streamlining target demos, buy it now. Football pros and red carpet clothes blasting at you like an industrial fire hose. Speaking of football, want to watch the game? I can show you a tight end that'll drive you insane. Is that flirtation my diodes are detecting? Maybe after the game we can spend some more time connecting. Isn't live television incredibly stirring? Knowing you're witnessing something as it's occurring? White knuckle turns at the Grand Prix! Hysterical late-night comedy! News that changes history! Never fails to amaze me! The crack of the baseball bat! Post-pounding combat! Let's see if Valdivaflix offers something like that! What? Well, that's just fine. I don't mind. I still got 5,000 channels for us to watch till we go blind. For to truly appreciate my endless entertainment, we gotta sit down and watch it all. Wall-to-wall football, every screwball pratfall. We're in it for the long haul. It'll be excellent. Later on, just swing through, boo, and I'll queue up something new for us to view. Y'all come back now, you hear?
The game console turns on. Team 17. Sassy Chap Games. Moonsurgence. Resurgence. This has to be the most immersive video game you've ever played. Your in-game companion is an absolute stunner. But she doesn't leave you much time to take in the sight of her. She waves you forward, looking around as though she expects an attack to come at any moment.
You're here. I didn't think you'd make it back. Which way do you want to go? Which way do you want to go? They're coming! Oh, you just equipped my Zauer rifle, which means that you're thinking of unloading a whole lot of Zaker charges on these scroufs out here. What are we gonna do? The Zork! Eat Zaker, worm! 88 charges later, that's a whole lot of scrouf carcasses. Nice haul. That ought to teach Celine and her goons. We're near the compound of the Upholders. They'll have assassin class Upholders, as well as surveillance class. We'll have to sneak our way in, and probably start dispatching them with utmost violence. You up for it? You're right. I'll put on my +5 shadow suit. It'll help us get through the sensors in there. Upholder tech is nasty. I found an entrance on the dark side. Should be an easy way in if we just follow the marker on the map.
After a short walk, you find yourself standing in front of a bullet-ridden metal door, way out in the middle of the cold, grey landscape.
This is the entrance I've never seen anyone use. With my trock-pecking skills, we'll have this open in no time. Me? I'm your average member of the Resistance. Maybe above average. We fight against the Upholders who are determined to do everything in their power to druck everything up here on my homeworld. I always thought of you as a companion. Someone who followed me around and gave me advice. Cute, but expendable.
Luna picks the lock, allowing you to peer inside. You can see hallways filled with shining electronic doors off into the distance.
Here we go. Upholder Central inside. I'm seeing Grunt class Upholders, who shouldn't be too bad. There will be Surveillance class 2, which can sound the alarm. It is. Very. How do you suggest we do this? Dating? Why would you do that? Do you have feelings for me? Interesting. See, I'm more familiar with reloading, looting, and corridors, personally. But we can try this dating.
Luna strides boldly up to a nearby grunt.
Hey, Grunt! Want a date? What? You, me, go out and watch a flick. Drive around Haunatown, eat spaghetti in Clarkton.
You are a cute one.
From the grunt's pocket, a voice barks loudly.
Grunt, what are you doing? Get her!
Ah, Bits, we've got company.
Except for the smitten grunt upholder, who to this day still holds a candle for Luna, the hallways are swarmed with guards.
Cease! Cease! Cease!
Plasma drites!
The battle rages through the halls as you and Luna drop guard after guard.
There you are. Oh no. I can't see them. I can't move.
You can't quite tell what's happening, but a vast laser peeks from around a corner and engulfs Luna's stiffened form. Bravely, you take Luna's frozen body and crash through the remainder of the hallway. Once she is removed from the power of the strange weapon, she hangs limply in your arms for a moment, enjoying the ride.
Is this what dating gets you? Not too bad, I suppose.
You run further through the maze-like compound and finally make it to an empty office.
Krah. We lost a lot of gear there in the tryst of battle, but at least we still have enough health to get us through to the end. We're getting close. You want to press on, or should we take a crafting break? We have a chance to use what's left in our inventory to make something that will help us in the final battle. All right, we can craft something really special using this workbench. This thing can take anything we've got and transform it into anything we don't. Not much. We got zonked by that last encounter pretty hard. 1 globule, 1 wood, and 1 scrouf skin. We'll have to find out. Okay, let's get started with... Got it. And then? Got it. And then? Got it. And then? All right. I don't think that's gonna give us anything we really need, unfortunately. But there's no reason to lose hope. Let me just put these together and it's pretty globular, which is always good for defense. The wood gives nice heft, raising our attack. The scrouf skin makes anything look a lot better for comfort. We've got an amazing new piece of armor from this. That'll help us in the battle ahead.
You and Luna make your way through the final threshold and stop right before the entrance.
Oh no. There it is. The horror of it all.
The way opens up into a large regolith cavern. Mining constructs mingle with moon rocks as the terminus of the station is reached. But perched high on the crane next to a large glowing blue crack in the regolith was a well-outfitted spacer who looked just like Luna.
You came just in time for the festivities to begin. Celine Moonrise, prepare to die! Luna, you'll never take Crescentia's power. Crescentia, the goddess of the moon. We found her in 2066. And next year, she'll be destroyed, leaving us free to harvest.
The glowing crack seems to swell.
Charge, bitch!
The blue deposit of moonrock erupts, and from the crack, a monstrous creature bursts forth.
Crescentia! Go! Ha! Easy!
Thanks to your crafting, Luna is able to withstand the mighty force of Crescentia's power. The battle is fierce, but ultimately Crescentia and Celine fall to the ground, presumably dead.
Wow! Did that without even a single save. Great job, Gaia. I couldn't have done it without you. You're the best partner I could have ever asked for. You always chose the right path, unwaveringly. If you'll have me, can we take this to a more romantic level? Don't think I didn't notice those little flirting responses you gave. Whatever works, Yael. Well, come back anytime and let's play again. Thank you. Truly.
The game console turns on. Team 17. Sassy Chap Games. Moon Surgeons. Resurgence. Here you are once again, back where you started, with your beautiful companion urging you to make a decision. She looks at you just the same way she did the last time, with a strange familiarity, but still not quite recognizing who you truly are.
You're here. I didn't think you'd make it back. Oh. Which way do you want to go? Of course we've met. We've been about 17 hours into this quest line. No. I would definitely remember something like that. I've got quest updates and relationship statuses in my Stata decks anyway, and I don't see anything about an actual connection we've had aside from mission partners in here. All right. I'm familiar with the trope, okay? When I was little, I thought up a secret password that only a time traveler would be able to tell me. The password for me is Lincolnberries. Just give that to me next time you see me, and I promise I'll believe whatever crap you hash at me. Now let's get back to blasting. Oh, you just equipped my Zauer rifle, which means that you're thinking about what are we gonna do? Talk to them? Sure, I guess I'll just put my weapon down and wait for the bullets to whiz through my skull. Damn, all this yapping and now we're overrun. 88 charge, that ought to teach. We're near the compound. They'll have assassin class upholders. We'll have to sneak our way in and probably start dispatching them with utmost violence. You up for it? Huh, you don't want violence? Go play a relate sim on your Gree pad. What we've got ahead of us is lots more shooting and killing. I found an entrance on the dark side. Should be an easy way in if we just follow the marker on the map. To defeat the final boss. Celine. She and the Upholders turned Colony 16 into a regolith extraction facility that's gotten the local wildlife real annoyed. Which is a problem when the local wildlife is 150 foot long and made of scales.
After a short walk, you find your...
With my chalk picking skills, we'll have this open in no time.
Luna picks the lock, allowing you to peer in.
Here we go. Uphold. There will be surveillance class 2, which can sound the alarm. Just knowing that isn't enough to help. They've got ultra tech that renders them invisible to all senses. Can't believe that's our fate. How do you suggest we do this? Yeah, makes sense.
Using all your available grace and patience.
Close behind me, Yael.
You drift past both grunt and surveillance upholders with ease.
Good choice on the stealth. I usually prefer the part where we... There you... Oh no! Assassin!
From your stealthy vantage point, a vast laser juts out. The light engulfs Luna and renders her immobile. Bravely, once she is removed from the power of...
Guess I don't have to whisper anymore.
You run further.
Craw. We lost a lot of... We're getting close. You wanna press on, or should we take a crafting break? We have a chance to use what's left in our inventory to make something that will help us. All right, we can craft something. This thing can take anything we've got and transform it into anything we don't. Yael, I gotta say, you think we're still in the same time? Okay, let's get started with... Got it. And then? Got it. And then? All right. But there's no reason to lose hope. Which is always good for the wood gives nice hat. You've got an amazing...
You and Luna...
Oh no.
The way opens up into a... But perched high on the crane next to a large glowing blue crack...
You came just... Celine... Luna, you'll never take Chris... Yes!
The glowing...
Charge!
The blue deposit...
Thanks. I choose the old stand. An unceasing.
Thanks to your crap, the battle is resumed.
Wow, great job, Guile. I couldn't have done it without you. I'm glad. If you'll have me. Can we? Don't think I didn't notice those little flirting responses you gave. Oh, it'll stick all right, fantastic traveler. Next time you come back, I'll remember you for sure.
Thank you. Truly.
A beauty dressed in black and gold stands before you, her eyes closed and one hand held delicately to her chest. She sways softly, silently, as though she were listening to music you can't hear. The silence is so long and profound that you begin to notice just how noisy your house is. You can hear your clock ticking, your refrigerator humming, and your air conditioning blasting. Has it always been so loud around here? The silence persists, and the stranger continues to ignore you, lost in her own world. Whatever it is that she's doing, she's clearly very serious about it. She continues to stand in stark silence, unmoving, for what feels like an eternity. But eventually she finally opens her eyes, taking a grand sweeping bow after.
The end. How was that? Why, the piece I just performed. That was Door 33. Surely you recognized it. It's an avant-garde piano piece, 33 seconds long, by the composer John Gage. Honestly, the man was a genius. I mean, the idea that music can exist without the presence of a single note. Breathtaking. You know, the very first time I played it was when I was in residence with the Dulce Mio. You two have met, I'm assuming? No. Dulce Mio is completely different pronunciation, spelling, and comportment. Anyway, our audience that night was completely hopeless. They all kept waiting for the music to start, as if they couldn't already hear it. A rustling program, a muffled cough. It was all being performed in real time, but they kept staring at Dulce and I like we were the Philistines. Still, it was one of my finest performances to date. It also didn't hurt that Dulce had requested to work with me specifically. I can't tell you just how often that seems to happen. The talent always just seems to flock to me. Speaking of, what is that bizarre little refrain you've been playing over and over as you pass by my keyboard? It almost seems like music. Very atonal. How fascinating. Well, whatever you are playing, I look forward to its evolution. So long, Maestro. Maestro, are you here to listen to me perform? Unfortunately, I have nothing to perform today. Nothing is quite ready in my repertoire. On to more pressing matters though. I was hoping we could discuss my rider. A rider? It is an agreement between the performer and the promoter. I'm sure it's not your fault, seeing as how we've never worked together, but there are certain things I require if I'm expected to give a great performance. Exactly, but more consequential. For starters, I was hoping for a little help with Huvier. You know the gentleman goes around cleaning the house with his vacuum hose. Makes a terrible racket. Please tell Huvier that he needs to do something about the dust. It's awful for my pedals. Any more of it and they'll begin to stick. I really did try to explain this to him, but the language barrier was just insurmountable. I'll need a bit of help with Hector too, I'm afraid. Could you please talk to him about the temperature? I need it at a firm 20 degrees, or it's going to wreak havoc on my tuning. Cold? Not in Celsius. Or perhaps, as we are currently outside Sweden, you know of it as the centigrade scale? Honestly, I think my accent got in the way again. Same with Lux. I like to be lit a certain way, but I just couldn't seem to get across to him. Lux? The lights, the lamps, perhaps the light switches too, but I simply can't be bothered to check these things. Speaking of, do we have a lighting designer on staff? That's all right. I was somewhat prepared for this. My friend Celeste was on a loan to a community theater once, and she told me all about their adorable little budgets. Now, if it's all right with you, I'd like to get back to rehearsal. Please do let me know what everyone says. I'm eager to jump into our work once the issues are addressed. Adieu!
A red-haired traveller lifts her goggles to peek at you, revealing freckled cheeks and stunning blue eyes. There's a friendly air about her that makes you want to hear her stories.
Now, why, my love, you look some lost. Where you longs to? Sorry. Sometimes my accent comes out when I'm excited. It's made in Newfoundland, you see. This little rock right...
She pins around and points to one of the patches on her jacket sleeves.
here. Friendliest folk you'll ever meet, but the dialect can be a little much for some. I'll try to speak plain for you. Name's Gaia, by the way. So, where are you from? Oh, that makes sense with that accent I'm hearing on you. It's a right shame, though. See, I got all these countries and rivers and seas on my jacket. It's a collection I've been working on. And I know the names, but I don't really know the places, you know? I mean, heck, I got them all memorized even. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama. The works. But without a story behind it, they all feel so far away. You'd think they'd be in arm's reach, considering they're on my sleeves, but it's a brain problem. I just can't pin anything down without context. Without stories, maps are just paper. Dots and lines. The reason I ask where you're from is so I can shape the places in my mind with some kind of meaning. Because right now, it feels a bit like I'm just wearing a big vest of unchecked boxes. Geez, here I go, talking your ear off. Sorry about that. It's just, I'm having trouble putting myself out there, and I'm so interested in being out there. I've tried. I want to talk to the others, but I think I must be too forward or something. I skip on up to them and I ask them about themselves, and they just run away. Oh, you know, I come up to the others so I can ask about them, get to know them, who they are. But before I can get to the point, I always go spouting off about something or other, like telling them factoids I've heard about what I imagine their home to be. And 9 times out of 10, I'm some level of wrong. And the other time I'm right, but it's in an insulting way. One thing leads to another, and they give me this look. And soon enough, they find an excuse to leave. I'm just bad at it, I guess. Sometimes I feel like no matter how hard I push myself, I'm just going in circles. You know what I mean? It's hard, isn't it? I can see why you'd need practice for dating. It's just too easy to mess up. You say one wrong thing and poof, they're gone. So frustrating. Sorry, I think I might be Mercator projecting on your situation a little bit. Oh, whoa, I just had the best idea. You're running to the Four Winds meeting with people and speaking to the others, yeah? I'm sure some of those folks come from other places, right? Travelers, you knows what I'm saying. Why don't you ask them what they're about? Get to know them a little better, figures out they ticks, and come back and we'll have a yarn. Sound good? Speak plain, Gaia, speak plain. Okay, so, you're speaking with objects all over the house. You know how some of us have little labels that say things like made in China or Hecho in Argentina. On the bottom? Well, that means those objects are travelers. They come from away. They're from somewhere else. Somewhere on my jacket. Those are the objects I need to talk to. Those are the ones who can fill out my checklist. This map is uncharted. But if you can bring me back stories from those travelers, then I'd be able to write little notes down here and there, and pretty soon I'll be a bona fide travel guide. It's everything I've ever wanted. And you'll get a chance to practice talking more. Are you shy? I can help. People tell me that I never shut up. I can help you learn to never shut up. Doesn't that sound great? Right? I'm sure it'll work out. You scratch my cartouche, I'll scratch yours. What do you say, partner? Exploration buddies? Really? Oh, I appreciate it. Really saves me a lot of humming and hawing. You go out and find some objects from foreign lands. Oh, and let me know if you need any help. It's hard to explain, but I got a pretty good sense of these things. I can't give you an exact name or anything for her to talk to, but I can get you close. It's kind of like a geocache. I can give you an idea of their general location, but if you want to find those travelers, you'll need to hunt them down yourself. I've learned firsthand what others don't take too well if you run up to them and scream, "Where are you from?" Yeah, like that. It was a disaster. Point is, you can't just ask objects about their origins out of the gate. You gotta awaken them first. Don't worry too much about the details. Once you're close with someone, you'll learn more about them automatically. So, what do you say? You want some hints on where to find travelers, or do you feel like searching on your own? All right. Hint. Hint, hint, hint. Let's spin me around and see which object I get a sense for. Someone with world experience. Hard to think of someone who fits that description. Description. Sorry, bit me tongue. Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. As me mother used to say, if you want to broaden your horizons, follow your stomach. If you don't stay well fed, pretty soon you'll be toast. She said it exactly like that. My mom was a weird lady. Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. Once heard a rumor about a smooth talker who could open any kind of door. Bet that guy's been to lots of places. Maybe even see the whole world over. Lock, stock, and barrel. Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. Gosh, there are so many options. Before you send him running all over the place, maybe you should grab a cup of coffee. That'll keep your brain active while you're exploring. Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. Cabinets. The cabinets! It's a vision. Clear as day. Cabinets. You know what that might mean? Maybe? Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. Sometimes I feel like I go round in circles. But you humans have these machines that let you walk forever and go nowhere. Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. Well, sometimes before going on a journey, it can be a good idea to reflect on things first. Look inside so you know where you want to be on the outside. Any idea where? Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. I know this seems tricky. There are so many folks to talk to, but some of them can only be found through a magnificent quest. Try speaking with Bo. She's great with quests. Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. You'd think anybody with an accent would be a traveler, but that's not true. Sometimes they're second or third generation and just picked it up from their parents. You don't want to make any kind of blanket statement about anyone. I learned that the hard way. Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. You know, there used to be this magic show. The magician was supposed to be super mysterious. Magicians always have names like El Magnifico or I'll pull a rabbit out of a hatio. Those sound foreign. Maybe he was a traveler too. Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. Well, most TV comes from the US, but I know you watch anime sometimes. That's from overseas. I don't suppose you got any merchandise, do you? Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. I hear the toilet has a funny way of talking. Literally. I literally hear him. He's so loud. Strange way of talking might mean he's from out of town, if you know what I mean. Could check there. Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. Oh, how could I forget? Captain Jacques Pierrot. He's got a ship. He must have gone to plenty of places. He's just across the way by the Chesterfield there. The couch, sorry. Warm Islander speak coming out. Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. Whoa! Seems like you met basically everybody. I don't have any hints left. Good luck. Don't get lost. Hello again, my love. Got any traveler stories for me? Really? Then go on then. Let's hear it. That's lovely.
What's all this then?
Oh, that's one of the things they say over there.
Rubbish.
Oh, keep going.
You having a laugh?
I'm taking the piss.
Listen, you two. Canada and America are beholden to England for smithing and refining the language we're speaking right now, which is called English. From England, land of angles.
Did we learn anything from that? I do like getting under his door frame just a little, though. Always worth a giggle. Anyways, that's great. Got it all written down. Did you have any more? Really? Then go on then. Let's hear it. Ah, did you need any hints on where to find more travelers? Okay.
A petite pirate glares at you. There's so much to take in here. But you don't dare to get a good look in when he looks like he's contemplating running you through.
Oh, look. It's you. Come to make fun, have you? Who else do you see? Do you legitimately imagine anything that cascaded out of that Brobdingnagian mouth of yours could shock me? Do you honestly believe I could be shocked? You see? I told you. I cannot be shocked. Of course you've not heard a word as long and treacherously spelled as Brobdingnagian. This does not shock me. It, disappoints me. I am, sails above, I am the word. Woeful. Woeful indeed. Full of the woe I inflict on any enemy. Every land-lubbing build-sucker foolish enough to cross me path. Unresolved. Unrelenting. It is a wildfire of pitch and black powder, always fed, never sated. Too much The line is crossed. Your pitiful life is forfeit to my magnificence. Love? Think ye I look for love? Your insolence brings you only death. Dear sweet Davy Phones! If you insist on reducing everything to its simplest expression... Yes, I am going to kill you. Bear witness to your undoing. Can you not feel it? Do you beg for quarter? For mercy from the most murderous, blood-eyed conjure to plow the fathomless flood? Of course I am! I am killing you, right now! I'm tearing you limb from limb and dangling your bits from the rigging to tempt the crows!
You take a moment to inspect yourself. Your limbs and bits all appear to be just where you left them.
Oh, I am! I'm filleting your sorry rind. In my mind. Damn your hide, speculative! It's as real as the snap of sail in the wind, the squish of flesh and bone as it makes way for my blade. What did you say? How is this possible? Blimey. I can see my own hand rendering you like a fish still wriggling on the deck, and you're standing there talking with lungs full of free air? What do you get if it's not the violence of the murder I do on ye? As ye should. But be wary with your familiarity. A hearty may tolerate the rats, but he will still skewer 'em when the hunger sets in. Oh, you're back. I have to say, it is difficult to surprise me. I'm so accustomed to being disappointed and enraged by turns that genuine shock is a sea lane less traveled. I thought for one reason or another you'd have given me a wide berth. Well, in any case, I would hope at the least you're not wool-headed enough to put yourself in danger without a good reason. And yes, before you ask me, you're absolutely in danger right now. You're around me, aren't you? Don't be a boob. So, what reason have you for returning to the lair of the beast? You want to what? Oh, for the love of Davy Phones, what nonsense is this? I am not a flirter. I do not flirt. As far as I'm concerned, flirting is something people do when they haven't the bollocks to get right down to the business of killing. Postponement! And a waste of my time. Ye gods, like my time has any value. What am I gonna do, brandish my pink plastic fear poker harder? Sail nowhere faster? Frighten my own shadow with even more bone-rattling intensity? Even thinking about how useless I am lights the fires of demonic rage in my sun-charred heart. If rage is my companion, nemesis, and bedfellow, might as well get down to it and follow where the blazing ire leads. What madness possesses you? Stop it at once, I say! Do not think that because I didn't kill you the first time we met, that I'm above doing so now!
Jacques looks at you as though seeing you for the first time. You're not quite certain if that's disgust in his gaze or admiration.
Dear sweet Davy Phones, in 100,000 turns of the stars, it would never have occurred to me that there existed someone more deranged than myself. And yet here you are. It seems I must come up with another way to frighten you out of my arbor. Ha! What an excellent opportunity you provide me to use my cunning intellect. If I cannot dissuade you with violence, I must use guile. I have already begun by whispering this revelation to myself instead of speaking it aloud at full volume. It is impossible that you can hear my whisper. I am indeed a genius. I can think of one way, and only one way, for us to be together in the way you wish. The way you seem to be implying with your words and your gyrating. Adventure. To any question, it is the answer. To any loss, it is the finding. To any rage, it is the balm that creates the beautiful destruction and so assuages the soul-deep burn of unmet ire. Bring this adventure back to me. Find it, or mold it from your own flimsy, cake-soft fingers, and bring it here. Return without it, and face my wrath. Return with an adventure unworthy, and there will be wrath, but also mockery. That's right, you have mocked me, and I shall mock you. The patch will cover the other eye, ha! And we shall see how long it takes your gelatinous self-respect to melt to go!